Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So today is going to be a flash shoe video. I did just try and record this video while in front of the Christmas tree up on the table by the window. However, the lighting was pretty bad and I kept going light then dark then light then dark, and I thought, so you don't feel like you're in a disco, I thought I'd best just do it over here by the table. So, and I've left my bag over there by the tree. So my husband's just going to stretch over and get it for me. Oh yes, by the way, it's my husband's. It's by the side, darling. That bag, the one with the handles.
The one that looks like my present bag.
Yeah, it's my husband's birthday today. I won't tell you how old he is. Let's just say 40 plus. So yeah, that's that. Wrapping theirs is present. So we'll get into it. So what have I been stitching this month? What haven't I been stitching? I've done quite a bit actually. I want to show you guess what? I've been stitching on a counted cross stitch on one of my heids. I've been stitching on a lot of stamped kits, but I've actually been stitching on a Haid kit. Wow, shocker. Yeah, because I'm always usually stitching on a stamp kit, aren't I? However, I was watching a video not so long ago, well, about a couple of weeks ago now, of somebody showing their Haid, and I thought, you know what, I really fancy it. I fancy getting my Lowry out. So that's what I did. Got my Lowry out where I'm sat right now. And I watched a few videos and crime shows on TV, and I just stitched while I was watching that. So what I've been working on is this. This is Heaven and Earth design. And it is Queen of Hearts by Michaela Saita. And artwork is by Rachel Anderson. That's what it is. And sorry about the shaky camera, the cat's just jumped on the table. So I have got up to now, in the past, not last week, the week gone, but the week before, I got some really good progress on this. Throughout the whole weekend, say week from about Thursday through to the weekend, I stitched on this and I got 1200 stitches in. I was going to stitch on it last week, however I was not well at all. I caught the cold bug off my children and I just didn't feel like I could stitch on it, so I didn't get any progress done. However, I did some stitching the other night for a couple of nights, and I've got roughly about another 300 stitches. So in all, the last couple of weeks I've got about 1500 stitches on this. Now looking at it like that, it doesn't look as if it's much, it just looks black and red. However, there's not been that many colour changes in it at all. But that is where I'm up to. It looks black on camera, but there actually is red colour in that. When I hold it close, you can't see it that well, but when I hold it a little bit away, you can see a tint of the red in the corner. So that is how far I'm on that at the minute. I'm thoroughly enjoying that project, really loving it. I'm stitching it on, I think it's 28 count. 28 count Magic Guide even weave. I'm also parking my threads as well, so yeah, that is a thing for me because I never park my threads. I just find it too difficult. However, with this one I've been parking my threads. I haven't had a choice really, to be fair, but with them being only about about 3 colour changes, it's been pretty simple really. So that is how far I've got on that one. So the next one, what shall I show you next? So the next one is I won't call this a silhouette. It's a bit like a silhouette. It's Sleeping Beauty with two halves. Sorry about the shaky camera. The cat's currently kissing the camera now. We've got two parts Sleeping Beauty. You've got either red and, well, not red, the purpley colours and pinks, and then you've got the blue side. That I've got a bit of progress on that. This was a kit which was sent to me for a review. There's a few kits that sent to me a review. If I can remember who they were sent by, I will mention in the video. However, if I don't mention it in the video, I have got a playlist which is unboxing kits, so you'll probably find it in there. So the progress that I've got on here since the last time I probably showed you this was I stitched all of the black outline for the one side, going all up. So basically it's just filling in this side now, and that is where I'm up to on that at the minute. I'm just filling in the blue bit at the top. I worked on that a few days, probably about a week ago, but that is my progress on her. I'm really enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying that one too. These are really nice to do for if you want something easy to do but not where it takes a lot to think, if you know, if you're understanding what I mean. Where you don't have to think so much about what you're stitching and all. Just got it back in and I held it upside down. So this one, the next one, you've just seen this quite a few times. This is the first ever review kit that One Day Savings sent me. It is Cute Couple. Now I think I had this September last year, not this year, the year before, because I remember in October I took it on the retreat to Milton Keynes to Chinchley Hall last year, and I remember stitching on it in bed of the night. It's still going strong. I've still got a lot to do on it, but it is quite a large project. It's stitched on an 11 count, and it is not exactly sure on the size. It is 190 stitches by 260, so it is really big. So you saw all the top bit last time in the hair that I was working on. Well, since then, if I fold it over that way, since then I've been working on the bottom bit. Since I showed you last time, I did all that bit, and I've been working on his trousers there. I've nearly stitched his trousers. I only got that bit to do now. Once I've done that, I'll be working on the rest of his jacket, and then that will be the boy stitched then, and then I can start working on the girl. So that is going strong. Still going strong. It's taken me a while, but I'm really enjoying that one as well. And I do have another one of these kits that my husband bought me a little while ago now. So when I've finished that one, if I do start to miss stitching on one of those Cute Couples, I've got another one with a different style that I can work on. So the next one, now this one was a review kit sent to me. Again, now I can remember where this one was from. One Day Savings sent me this one. It is Mickey and Friends. It is about a 30 by 90 centimetres, so 30 going across and 90 down, so it's quite long. That's just the top of the picture. I'm not going to take it out the bag because it's going to take me a while to get it back in, but that is the picture. And I have stitched in here. First I was working at the top, because most of my kits I work at the top and just work my way down. I've been working at the top did a few bits there, but then we got a little bit of confetti round here. And I think I was working on one night and I really fancied doing a bit of block stitching. So I went down to the bottom. I was looking for some block stitching to do, and I found a bit down here. So I've started stitching down here as well. So I've been doing a bit of red round there, which I'm currently working on at the moment. And I stitched all that. So all of this here and all of that there is a well, I know I've definitely didn't show you that last time. That is new progress that I've made since I spoke to you last, which I can't remember now. But yeah, that's how far I've got on that one. So just hope I can look back in the packaging now. I might not get everything on this camera actually. Might not be able to get everything on. That's also stitched on an 11 count as well. And it is 30 by 90 centimetres. So that is that one. So the next one, I've not put too many stitches in this one. I just fancied stitching some just felt like putting some very simple stitching in one day of a design that I hadn't stitched on for a little bit. So the one that I chose to work on was this one. Now I haven't got a picture of it as such, but I've got a thumbnail in the chart. So that is Beauty, a silhouette design. And on here, I haven't done a big amount of progress, but it is progress. So that is how far I'm on Beauty at the moment. I'm just starting to fill in, well, basically I'm just working on this black bit at the minute, just filling in that around there, and then when I've done that bit there, then I'll move down to here and start working on bits down there. So that is how far I am with Beauty at the moment. And again, I'm enjoying this kit a lot, and it is stitched on not 18. Okay, what am I on about? It's stitched on an 11 count. I have got another kit in here, but I am not stitched on that this month, so I won't bother bringing that one out. So another one that I'm working on, that was a review kit, is, you'll have to excuse the picture, I accidentally ripped the front cover when I was trying to manoeuvre it about, is my little, well, it's my watercolor girl with the aeroplane. I've not put a lot of stitches in her, but again, like I said, a couple of stitches is better than nothing. And I've got my scissors caught in there. That's how far I am with her at the moment. On there, I've just done that bit. So I'm not too much progress, but it is progress. So yeah, I'll have to work on her again. I've got a little bit of fraying on this one as well. Quite a bit of fraying on there, on the edges and at the top as well. So I'll have to be careful with that one. So that is my watercolor girl. So the next ones, now these are my main kind of stitching that I've been working on this month, besides my mine's gone blank, help me out. Besides my Haid that I've been working on. So have I got a picture of this one? No, I haven't. No, I hadn't. Another one that I've started working on, which I've worked on a couple of nights ago because I hadn't done a lot on this girl, is my Geisha Girl, which is there. I hadn't worked, I know that picture doesn't really do it a lot of justice. I hadn't worked a lot on her, and I was just looking for something in my stash collection upstairs because I fancied doing a bit of progress on something I hadn't worked on for a while. And I picked her out, and I thought I'm going to get some work done on her. So I've got her currently in a frame, which I'm not going to take out. I have done a bit of stitching at the corner, but I can't really show you that because it's hidden. I did quite a bit of stitching up. Which corner was it? It was this corner. I did a fair bit of the cream going down, but if I get this about the frame, I'm likely not to get it back in. So for the purposes of so I don't get stressed, I won't do that. So the bit that I'm working on now anyway is because I've been watching Boogie Stitcher Sleason Ashley, because I've been watching her videos, floss you videos. She advises, what she usually does is if she's got a stitched piece of, say, a portrait of face, she usually stitches the face first and the eyes to see how that turns out before she'll go into the other bit. So I thought I'm going to try that out and see how I get on with it. So I've got it all in the frame set up. I've started stitching the nose bit, so I've been doing a bit of detailing there and under the eye, and I'm working on this little bit at the minute. It's actually the red squares, so I'm working on the red squares, getting those done. And what I'll be doing after that is doing a little bit of detail here, and then I'll be stitching the rest of the face, and then I'm going to go from there and decide what to stitch next. So yeah, really enjoying that. So I've got it out and actually want to work on it now. Yeah, it's the thing about stitching, you start getting things out and you're like, I really could do, really want to work on them now. So I've got one more project to show you, and then I'm going to get all this put away. Spend some time with my husband. It's on the game at the minute. On the game at the minute. No, he's playing a game at the minute. But yeah.
What's the game called, Tom?
DC Universe.
Damn it.
See, I do listen. You thought I hadn't listened then, but... So the next one that I've been working on is this one. Now, this was sent to me by One Day Saving. Sorry about the glare. It is my first ever Christmas stocking that I'm attempting to stitch. I went with this one because I just love how Santa's in his sleigh going up to the sky, and I love the houses at the bottom of the stocking. I just fell in love with that bit. And this project is bigger than I thought. I thought it was something like a 40 by 40 or something like that, but it's actually a 50 by 70, so it's huge. It is huge. I can't even get the whole thing in camera. But anyway, I've been working on the top of the stocking at the moment. So I've been doing this, stitching this freehand, because I thought it might be a bit difficult to get that in a hoop. But as I said, I've been working on the top of the stocking. I pinched my son's needle because my son had a needle. He's been doing a bit of stitching here and there, and it's a longer needle, and I quite like that, so I kindly borrowed it. So yeah, I'm working at the top of the stocking at the minute. I haven't done a whole lot. That's only what I've done at the moment. I remember stitching that while I was watching Children of the Corn, because most nights that's what I do, or when I'm doing my stitching, especially the stamped kits and obviously the height, is I'll watch a video or a TV series or something. So that is how far I am on the Christmas stocking. So yes, that is it. That is it. So that is how far my stitching is for since the last time I did floss tube. Now I think that's pretty good actually, because that means I've touched up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've touched, since I did the last floss tube, I've touched up on 7 projects. Now that's not bad, that's okay. I'm quite pleased with that. Got a bit of progress. I'm really pleased with the progress I got on my Haid. Especially when I realised that I stitched 1200 stitches in the matter of like 4 days. I didn't think I did that many, but it was because I'd put a few films on and I was just a lot of just only 3 colour changes. It was so easy to do. I had my magnifiers on, my legs up on my seat raiser, my Lowry, and I put a few movies on. I was watching something I'd started watching when I was stitching it. Was it's called 1899 and it's on Netflix at the moment, and it's about this ship, and that's got a few passengers on. I'm not that far into the series at the minute. However, they found another ship that supposedly went missing quite some time earlier, about 4, I don't know how long. I don't know how many. I think the ship went missing for about 40 years. Could have been. No, 4 months. I don't know. Anyway, the ship went missing for quite a considerable amount of time. But now they've actually found the ship. And the captain, along with a couple of his crew, went aboard the ship to try and find out a few things. And obviously, without giving a lot away, things are starting to go a bit haywire on the normal ship now. So I'll have to watch some more of that soon. So that's what I've been watching there. I've been watching my normal crime shows. Something else that I've been watching, but I haven't actually been stitching while I've been watching this with my husband, is Expedition Unknown. I absolutely love it. My husband found it on YouTube, and it is an explorer called Josh Gates, an American explorer, and he's been to the ends of the earth. He's been everywhere exploring these different things and artifacts and tombs and just everything. And we're only into season, well, we saw part of season 11. No, was it 10? We saw part of season 10. Then my husband found all of his series on Discovery, so we've subscribed to that, and we've started from season 1 at the minute. And I said to my husband, he's like the real life Indiana Jones. And if you like things like archaeology and finding different stuff, and also if you're really interested in learning and that, you should really watch this, because
it's like a holiday destination guide as well.
It is massive. Holiday destination guide.
Yeah, with all different places you get to see.
Yeah, actually, it's pretty true. That is holiday destination guide. But yeah, it's really, really good. And when my husband have been watching that a few nights, been really, really enjoying that. And I think that's all. I've been watching the odd movies here and there. Started reading again. I'm really getting into my movie novelisations at the minute, and I've recently read Halloween Ends. Please don't shout at me, because I know the movie. Yeah, that's all I'll say about the movie. However, the book, I the book. I think it's better than the movie. I'm currently reading the first one now, the first Halloween, and I want to start collecting movie novelizations. One's a set that I particularly want to get, the Final Destinations, based on, there's 3 books based on 1, 2 and 3, and then there's about 4, 5 of them Final Destination books, but they're not actually based on the movies, they're like spin-offs, but they sound absolutely fantastic. Can I get them? No. They're nowhere to be seen, unless you want to go on Amazon and pay like nearly £300 for the first novelisation of Final Destination, and yeah, I ain't doing that. I can't do that. And let alone I've not got £300 to pay on a book. So unfortunately, it's kind of a thing as I'm just gonna have to see if it turns up somewhere, needle in a haystack type thing. But yeah, I'm starting to collect those at the minute. So yeah, so anyway guys, that is where I'm going to leave it for now. The cat's come on the table again. Want mummy's attention. So I'm going to get all this put away, see if there's any jobs that need doing. Going to get my washing all done tomorrow, because on the weekend, Sunday, I'm going on a Christmas market with my mother-in-law. And yeah, so is there anything you want to say, boss? Do you want to say anything? He's right there on the table. Kiss. Kiss. I love you. Oh, my baby. He's laid on the table now. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get going now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. As I always say, and thank you for watching the videos, and thank you to everyone that tunes in and the subscribers. Yeah, so now I'm going to leave it for now, and I'll see you again soon. So goodbye for now. Bye.